Hello, my name is Ahmet Altbalkan. I'm a developer advocate at Google Cloud, and this is an introduction to rundev, a development tool for Cloud Run. Rundev is a tool that lets you iterate on your Cloud Run application by syncing your code to an actual container running on Cloud Run. So for example, when you change your code, rundev will automatically pick up your code and send it to Cloud Run and rebuild your application if necessary. Rundev is optimized for Cloud Run and Cloud Run on GKE. The approach rundev takes is to take your application code and deploy it to a real Cloud Run container instance and let you iterate on that. As you develop your applications locally, you typically work with mock data instead of connecting to the actual database. Similarly, you either have to bring up all the other microservices that you call into, or you need to mock them as well. This might be a problem if your application has too many parts that it would not fit into your developer machine. On the other hand, iterating on your application directly on Cloud Run has benefits like using the actual IAM service account that it would normally use, and possibly running in the same virtual private network as it normally would. This gives you access to databases or other private services that normally you would not be able to access from your developer machine. So there is no need for emulating other services or mock data with this approach. So now let's take a look at how rundev actually can help you with your inner development loop. When you're on your development machine, the inner loop is to refactor your code, build it, restart the process, and observe the changes. However, when you're running on Cloud Run, your inner loop looks like refactoring your code, rebuilding the container image, pushing the image to a container registry, and deploying it to Cloud Run, and then finally visiting the endpoint to see the changes. This can take well over 60 seconds. With rundev, your application code directly goes from your developer machine to the container instance on Cloud Run. This way, you don't have to rebuild the Docker container image, push it to the container registry, and deploy a new revision to Cloud Run. And therefore, rundev gives you an iteration speed that is very close to your local development environment. For dynamic languages such as Python or Node.js, it can be as low as 1 second to upload your code from your development machine to Cloud Run instance, restart the process, and start serving the new traffic. If you were to look at how rundev works under the covers, it works by temporarily hijacking the entry point of your container with its daemon, that is shown in the orange here. So when you run the rundev command locally, this will go and hijack the container's entry point and deploy a revision to Google Cloud Run and start a proxy on localhost. This local proxy is responsible for syncing the files from your local development environment to the Cloud Run instance. After the files are synced, the rundev daemon inside the container will restart your user process and start serving new traffic.